Wait. I just realized no one could hear me talking the entire time because I connected the microphone to the wrong thing. Apologies. Hello to everyone. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I was adjusting the sound because I deemed it a tiny bit too loud. I am glad to see people joining in. Tiny bit of a rundown of what I'm gonna be doing today is basically continuing where I left off from last week. So this little buddy, this one, and while I was off screen I did in fact do a bit of designing for my character mascot. Hopefully everyone will like it. Ah, hi Funny! Nice to have you in the chat. Does the music sound okay? Long time no see. It's been a week. I would assume that's not that long. And then again, maybe my time perception is a bit off. Who knows? Who knows truly? Anywho, first off, I will probably have to change some stuff on the current sketch, Lineart layer, because I decided to make my channel mascot extra fluffy. Because... yeah, I was about to say I am extra fluffy too, but I am in fact not. Unfortunately. How nice would it be if I was extra fluffy though, huh? It would genuinely be so nice. But only if it was like a husky fluff. So, you know, something that's normal, that insulates normally and not just overheats you in the summer. Although it's not like huskies don't overheat in the summer by themselves. Poor things. But yeah, decided to make them extra fluffy. I think the back can stay. The neck area cannot, however. How about this? They are extra fluffy now. A bit on the butt too. Let their butt be extra fluffy as well. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the fluff butt. Fluffy for the win indeed. I really like fluffy creatures. They are so nice to cuddle. Okay. So, I keep hearing double of the music and I don't necessarily like it. Oh yeah, and another thing I changed about the design. Now they have extra tiny paws. Because Luna, in real life, have ridiculously small hands, which is, compared to how small I am, actually kind of normal, but at the same time, you guys have no idea how many times people come up to me just to compare my hand size and then laugh that they have so much bigger hands when they have normal size hands. It is a curse. You want to cuddle a fluffy fox? Believe me, I would love to cuddle a fluffy fox too. Unfortunately, they are... unfortunately, most of them are wild animals and... well... they don't exactly allow you to cuddle them. But it would be so nice. Just imagine if you could go up to a fox and cuddle them. I would pay a lot to do that. I would pay a lot to just be able to lay down on the grass with a bunch of foxes crawling over me and laying on me. It's like they would be like a breathing emotional support blanket. A weighted blanket. Yes, that's the term I was looking for. Genuinely. But look at the tiny paw. A ridiculously tiny paw. Another thing that I have decided to put a bit more thought into was the fact that I normally have relatively wide shoulders. So while I don't think I can make it that prominent from this angle, because surprise surprise, I am not exactly good at angles and perspective yet, I can most certainly try at the very least. Tiny paws. Remember the tiny paws. Breathing mental health support blanket, my new favorite invention. I am glad I could come up with something that piques your fancy. I think that's the term. I am truly an inventor for the ages. An inventor. Oh yeah, one of my favorite things that I added to my beautiful little creature is probably not something that will be very prominent here, but here either, but I did decide that where this little joint is, I would be adding a tiny wing. Because I genuinely adore tiny wings throughout the whole body of an OC. And I absolutely adore whimsy and whimsical things as well. And this is my channel mascot, and I do whatever I want with them, so why not turn up the whimsy to 200, huh? Make them the whimsicalest little creature with tiny wings. Yeah, something like that. Maybe extend it a bit. Yes! Also whimsical wings for the win, yeah. Anyways, something I wanted to talk about potentially today is just character design, because I really like character design, even though I'm not the best at it because it requires a lot of exaggeration, and I'm the kind of person, or more so I'm at the level in my art journey where I stick to stuff that feel more familiar, more safe. I don't really go out of my comfort zone a lot, even though I really should. It's basically, when it comes to character design, one of my favorite topics that I'm trying to employ more and more is shape language. I don't know how many people know of shape language, how many people don't know of shape language. I will give a rundown of it. So, when it comes to character designs, you can have 3 types of main shapes to a character. Square, or rectangular rather, triangle, and circle. A square-based character design would be someone who is more stable. They are... I don't remember how it was described, but they are more so slow-going, perhaps. A bit more on the... how to say it? They are stable, logical, I think. Honestly, I could look it up, but... You know what, I shall look it up because I don't want to say anything that might be misleading. Shape language and art. Okay. Basically what I'm reading here is that it's a way to subconsciously give people a introduction to how a character is going to be. So people with more of a square base are more stable characters, while triangles with their tiny little sharp corners and angles are more on the tense and fast side. They are often more dangerous too. So it's not rarely that characters that have a triangular design are villains. And then there are the people who are round and nice. Round characters usually are described as more so kind. It's very fascinating and I genuinely love it. Just maybe I'm not the best teacher for these kinds of things. Still, this is something I am definitely trying to implement more so in my art. With Luna here, I'm definitely going more so for the round and fluffy way of doing things. Yeah, round and fluffy. Because I don't think I would, or at least I try not to hurt people. Try my best to, at least. Plus they are my channel mascot and I want them to be nice and fluffy and circular. Because nice and fluffy and circular for the win. I don't like the cheek fluff. It doesn't look that good. But yeah, when it comes to character design, a lot of the time it truly is good to be able to get out of your comfort zone. So, as I mentioned, I'm not that good at it yet. Not good at exaggerating. That looks awful still. When it comes to art, something I've definitely noticed is that you have to have the courage to make something that's not necessarily pretty. It takes a lot of skill to make something that's not perfect. Hell, I would say that drawing something that looks, okay, not hideous because that's not the right word here, but drawing something that looks less than perfect and then making that look intentional is one of the greatest skills an artist can have. Just think about it. How many times have you truly looked at, let's say, a person drawing hands? In any situation, really. And at first glance, you would see that as a perfect hand because most often you don't pay that close attention to how a person drew a hand. But if you were to take away the coloring and everything else and just leave the line art, there are so many times when they would look weird. But if you put everything back together and you look at it again, it looks perfect. And that's something that I'm really hoping for. That's a skill I'm really hoping for one day. The ability to make something that is not 100% perfectly drawn look perfect. is such an amazing skill. It's not even that it's not 100% perfectly drawn. It's perfectly drawn for that occasion, but it's still... Under normal circumstances, it would look weird. But you still make the best of it. And that is just so amazing. Ah, shoot! Did I forget to add the... I am not entirely sure. Did I add the... Ah, yes, I added the music credit. Okay, good. Anyways, this is what I have so far. I add a tiny bit of a crevice, spine. Would you even notice the spine on someone that's extremely fluffy? No, probably not. Still, I felt like this place was way too empty, so there we go. Spine. Deal with it. I'm not removing it. Muhaha. Yeah. Now my favorite part. The three tails. The three tails is absolutely non-negotiable. I love three tails. So like adding 3 more tails in, even if they are not going to be like perfect tails, because I'm not gonna suffer through... I'm not gonna suffer through adding another 2 more perfect tails, and yet here I am adding perfect tails. Congratulations, Luna. Okay, sketches. I require another sketch layer. Make line art be perfect without adding color. Yeah, thing is, you don't have to make line art perfect. Making line art not perfect and still making being able to make it look intentional is hard. Making making perfect line art is also extremely hard, but making it in a way that it's not perfect and it still fits is so much harder. Because there are going to be so many times when things look off because you didn't draw them 100% anatomically correct. And when drawing perspective, it's going to look even hard. It's going to be even harder because when you do stuff like foreshortening, where the hand coming towards the camera is so much bigger than everything else, it's gonna look goofy. And still, making that look normal, like it's supposed to be there, is extremely hard. And I have so much respect for people who are able to do it normally. And I have so much respect for also those people who are able to not give a flying monkey's butt and just go with it. Go with the flow. Three tails successfully added. I have tea this week too, by the way. It's called Winter Punch. It's quite nice. Mildly sweet even without adding sweeteners. Do you have tea? Alright, I think I am done with the Lineart, maybe? Another thing that I need to add before I move on, however, is a little accessory. Now, in real life, I unfortunately do not wear accessories that much. But still, I do absolutely adore how they look. Tiny circle. Nah, it's too big. Maybe I should make it a bit bigger. That looks silly. I believe it's time for me to start working on the tiny moon in the background. I'm gonna clean up the line art a tiny bit, and I believe after that we'll have to move on to colors. I am mildly scared. You cannot wait to see the base colors. Yeah, so can't I. I have very little clue on what that's gonna look like, if I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so what I originally wanted for Luna was something along the lines of blue. So maybe for a white, the lighter parts, like their face. Something along this one. And Hmm. And I also wanted to add gold-ish. Because, you know, stars. Looks too dirty. Maybe something like this? These four. How about it? So these for the fur, with this being an accent color in some places. I haven't decided in what places yet, and maybe this one being the eye color. Maybe I can mix the eye color with stuff. I am not entirely sure yet. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. You're sure it will be pretty? I hope so too. Color theory is not my friend yet. I haven't brought them enough food to befriend me. Yet. Unfortunately. You know, I love this Lineart tool because it gives the pole drawing such a nice texture, but when it does whatever it's currently doing, meaning being way too transparent, I can say I have the same feelings. This one should be fine. No, 2 is enough, 2 is enough. Like this, it's a lot less transparent. So far, so good. I'm gonna experiment a tiny bit because I'm not yet sure how it's gonna look like from the back. I drew on the wrong layer. Wait, what? Are you saying oh no to me drawing on the wrong layer? Most of that part. But it's fine, I can work with this. It's just gonna be an interesting way of solving it, let's just say that. See, good as new. Thankfully. Almost good as new. That's fine. This one is the easier part to fix, thankfully. Let me see. I think the tiny wings can... Nah, the light one looks better. Yeah... Luna... Both of us are Luna. I am very much suffering with the same layer curse. Which artist isn't, to be fair? That's fine though, it's nothing that cannot be solved. With that, however, I believe it is unfortunately time for me to go with it being 5:30. Anyways, this is the final result. I think it turned out quite nice. I already saved it, yeah. Thank you all for watching and coming along with me on drawing this. I shall continue next week. Thank you for watching and goodbye. I hope you have a nice day or night or whatever part of the day you are currently at. Bye bye.